Hey, YouTubers, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the base. Jungle the Deuce is how we do text, baby. Man, Dallas back doing this, doing that. The holy place, all the 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 place, go get it, 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 all the place, go get it. Is right back in the basic. Jungle the Deuce is how we do text, baby. Man, Dallas back, you know what it is. Real man rise up, fake man rise down. Real one rise up, fake one rise down. Practical word preacher, preacher on. And today's topic we're going to talk about is, American black Borat and attempt to explain to a Russian to love and hate relationship with Obama. See, this is a brother doing this. You see that we're the only group, but I'm explaining why they did this. YouTube is cemetery of Polisico divided into Russia circle on race in in Russia, U.S. and relation. See, and this is a black man by Jason Johnson posted in November 2013. November 13, 2014, 3 o'clock 3 o'clock a.m. And the further insult in legal in this in a few insults, a legal invaded thrown into a video of jab into involvement by bananas and sparking in the relationships between Russia and United States has been sended of the days as the first glimpse, and many Russians have seen the delight into attack of President Obama, and personally in the racial in a way that is a shock that even for the people that know him for the cost cost his causing humor. But 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 what explains on some of this hostile towards Obama and a journalist is the homophobe game around in Russia? The best answer comes from Paul Johnson, aka Paul Dosinko. You never hear from you never hear you may not never heard you may not have heard of the Brooklyn NY born actor and YouTube star, but he's doing a better job explaining Russia abuse towards Obama and the era than in any numbers of PBS special. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, Paul Johnson was a small-time actor snapping together, living together, live in a bit apart of the sex and the city. We own and we own the night. In other words, living the life of most black actors trying to make it big in New York City. Then a Philip a long time, of course, in 2003. He taken a job in teaching English and Russian, and a video of him teaching American American slang to Russia, and his Borat's like culture and vanished quickly, turning him into a interesting star. And Pavlichenko, as he is known in Russia, more than a 95,000 YouTube subscribers, and his communication with race and culture and sex life of a young black man living in Russia, and translated to him from a teacher to a traveler to celebrity into in the form of English ballad. And Poroshenko, he was inspired by YouTube celebrities like Tommy Sotomayor as through his commissary can easily fall into the same category as folks like Kevin Carter and Raven Masterson. But but with the stains of the relation between Russia and United States, Poroshenko had taken advantage and brought into enlightenment and perhaps into a American American audience wonder what's up with all this sublet wrench from Russia and his story of his race and racism from Canada to Ukrainian to more than three I mean 30 cities and d 30 cities in Russia d d d detrace a change in the world interesting to and hostile and racial mate in Russia that is spilled over into the international affairs. Russia was not always known for blatant races in the facts that for the centuries communist propaganda attacked United States for anti-black internet international racism claimed that communist has eliminated as much as social illness. Many black rascals and the revolution from the 60s through the 80s to invited to the formation of the Civil Union as a safe haven from the beginning in America, seeking and Derek Luke and character on X Files Luke on FX, the America or Griffin and Hicks character into the 80s flicks White Knights. But it's strangely with the falling of the Berlin Wall and the slowly but painful adoption of capitalism over the last 30 years, racism towards other Europeans and ethnicity is perhaps the people of African descent has been on the rise, but 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 nowhere has been but nowhere has has nowhere has this been made more clear than a Russia view of Obama, and also he was brushed by the young people, educated elite in Russia. He was elected. He was elected in 2008, and included it is involved to tax the president to use whatever crucial racially incredibly that is or handily. But Poroshenko, in his way, that he has a detail with included in hostile over the years without realizing it. He is no philosopher. In fact, that he is fetishment of Ukrainian women and wildness to the traffic into the black stereotypes and to offer a concept of the view on racism or on the race on racism or frustration, but he has a effect to the change in Russia into recent years. But in early Poroshenko videos, just in the months after to move to Russia, he was small. He is small a great deal and greeted with his fans, and he introduces himself as the American dude with the with the incredible mood. He is trying to and he is trying to the passionate to justify the bombs the bomb Barack and Michelle banana pictures tweeted out by a Russian Olympic in office as much as a culture is agreed, but as the time go on. And as he featured more stories about racism against blacks in Russia, and the violence that an offering perhaps and accompany it. But his tone began to change. By the end of the year, by the end of the end of the day of his first year in Russia, he was greeting fans with a sneak meeting what's up nigga, and he was becoming a target on neo-Nazi online. This is it's not coincident that those charges onto the ground the change onto the ground for black people in Russia and coordinate with more than ensuringly of racially anti-Obama propaganda in awakening of this Arabia crisis and Russia invading of Ukraine by the time as a group of college student and celebrating Obama's 53 birthday by display of pictures of him as a monkey and eating a banana cross into the streets from the USA in eBay in Russia. Lysenko was already discussing how he would never raise a child in Russia and wanted to return to the United States. Russia have a complicated relationship with blacks. On the other hand, when you have African rappers praise on the president, praise the Russia president with a hit songs like "I Go Hard Like a Vatican Pudding," and on the other hand, and on the other hand, you have a artist and pit the President Obama as a monkey or as a schoolboy to be trained by the Russian people. That is a love and hate relationship with blacks with black folks, and it's his execution. That execution, Obama has a real world real world a real world consequences for how the sensitive and international issue to review and it's just a shame that it takes a small time actor to scramble onto a truth that the American press and many of the political and azimuth do not want to discuss. Man, I'm gonna say to this, man. Let me say to this. I get what this dude is coming from right there. This dude, I watch his videos sometimes, but this dude know what's going on in Russia. Here's the problem with black community. I'm gonna say to this. If a brother want to choose what women he wants to date, that's his business. But I guess he need to be careful when he go down there or any other country. I look at it like this, man. There, 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 there there's a lot of different black people out there, just a lot of different whites and Asians and everybody else. Let's get that straight right now. What is wrong with going to other countries, having fun and all that? People look at that. Look, I understand when you get a certain age, you getting too old, you got to grow up. I get that. But some people choose that and say, hey, that's their choice. I get what this guy come from by Jason Johnson. I get where he's coming from. But at the same time, let the dude be. You know, the dude know what he gotten himself into. The dude know what's up. And I'm gonna say to anyone who go to Russia, be careful when you go down there. Because I'm gonna tell you, the neo-Nazis, they cowards because they don't say a damn word when with all the other things that's what's going on. And you hear this a lot. That they always say that white countries for everybody. You hear this a lot. You hear this a lot. And you mean to tell me that if white countries for everybody, I thought Europe is for Europeans, right? So what you're saying is, if you're not red dish or pale, you're not Caucasian, you're not white. Half of them idiot motherfuckers that don't know what they talking about. It's the same thing that Africans is for Africans and Asia is for Asians. So, but those are countries for everybody, right? Even if they don't look like they Asians or black. Even if from people over there in Europe, it don't look like they're Europeans or not. See, Europeans been enslaved. They know what it's like being discriminated, and they turn around and do the same damn thing when somebody do towards them, and that's the biggest mistake they did. Same thing. You got Africans do the same thing. They discriminate towards against each other and towards one another. But they turn around and did the same thing to whites and everything else. If you don't believe, there's some stuff that's going on in South Africa. I don't know how true it is, but Africans need to look into this because they sent in racial rainbow compilation. They said albinos and whites are getting killed down there in South Africa. It's the same thing going on over there in Russia that people out there getting attacked. They attacking gays and attacking Africans. People need to be careful nowadays what country you go. Just like Africans attacking Asia, they thought Asia was going to be the one going to take over their country. Now I get what they're saying. See, this is what I'm talking about. When people say diversity, it will never be diversity between white and Asians and black. It ain't gonna happen because they are afraid if they integrate with other races of people. In other words, they're killing our race. So that's what this brother is trying to say. Brother, you know damn well that black men been messing with other races of women for years. You got white guys messing with races of other women for years. So what's the difference? Not only that white guys not only have sex with women, they cheat on women, they beat up women just as much as black men and every other race of men done it. You got women, you got black women been cheating on other men and just as much as white women does. All race of people do some guilty explained acts. But the thing is, we always put race into this. Look, let that dude do his thing. I understand that, but the dude do need to be careful when he go to Russia. Because I'm gonna tell you, Russian people know damn well, and I don't have nothing against them. There's some good Russians. They've been discriminated too by their own people and everything else, even in France, and France been integrated by Great Britain and integrated from other people. I mean, they people went through this. All races of people are guilty to slave another race. I'm done talking about this whole slavery thing because all racism is racial propaganda, and they do a good job pushing it because they don't want blacks and whites and Asian and everybody else interbred out other races. They don't want that. They want them to keep interbred at the same races of breed. Meaning, in other words, for they won't kill their race. Then whose fault is that? It's white guys' fault that they allow their women to fuck with other races of men. Just like there's white women's fault, they let their men mess with other races of women. That's black men's fault. They let the black women go jump with other races with other races of men. It's black women's fault why her men mess with other race. It's every man and women's fault why other people jump in different partners. Look, if they want to choose to, then that's fine. I'm not into white girls like that. That's just me. I'm not into that. But the problem with the black community, we need to start. This is what we need to start. We need to start getting all these people out of their damn business. That's how they are. They're comfortable in their own world. We need to do our own thing, and everybody else need to do it too. You know what? It's these elders. These elders need to start telling these young people the truth. Better yet, let them see it for themselves. Because let them make a choice. Because you was young once, you did the things, you done all those things that you done. I mean, everybody else. I'm not no damn slave. And monkey, when a white guy call a black person monkey, in other words, they're saying he act quit acting silly and quit acting silly in a behavioral way. That's what they're saying. I said this all the time. Look at these definition of these words when they say it. A lot of times people don't know what these words mean. Even white folks don't know why they call black people money. They just fucking say the goddamn word. But yet they call them names like cave dwarf and European clowns. They wouldn't like it. It goes both ways. Let's stop discriminating anybody. If we're gonna come together, let's come together. If we don't, if we want to separate, I don't believe in separate. If we want to separate, we want to break apart from each other, then fine. Stop bitch and stop whine and stop complaining. That goes anybody. They didn't say that stuff years ago, so now they saying this. See that tell me, look, I understand what that brother is saying right there. Ever since Obama won in office, I get that. But we need to understand who the hell we're up against. Because I'm telling you right now, we ain't serious. This is why they keep fucking with blacks. They think that we ain't gonna do nothing. There's some of our people gonna do something. Trust me, I know my people very well, and I know they don't. They know theirs. We need to stop acting like that. This is 2014, and what's going to be in 2049, and people gonna still talk about this issue. I'm done talking about this issue myself. If you're gonna blame somebody, take a look at the blame yourself and ask yourself, what the hell I'm afraid of? People are afraid of something. Oh yeah, they're afraid of something, all right. They don't want nothing to change. Let's be honest. If they want change, change was already made. But the real change is in yourself, in the person. I don't care about the rest of the world. People gonna do what they want to do anyway. It's all the choices that you're gonna make. People gonna go. They know they go to hell for some of the wrong thing they do. They know. They ain't gotta explain. Bad folks know what time it is. Me, I'm gonna do what's right because I know I don't got time with these races. A lot of them are cowards anyway. They mess up their lives, but then they turn around and want to blame everybody else. No, take the blame for yourself because ain't nobody force you to do anything. They need to tell that to the goddamn skinheads. They need to tell that to the so-called black conscious pro-black motherfuckers. They need to tell that all these races, all these hate groups, and yet society create people like this, and parents and everybody else need to raise. They gotta create bad seeds and create good seeds, for you won't have a bad result and come with good resultment of this world. There's gonna be people gonna be hate. That's just the way it is. But that brother right there, I get what he was saying. But if Paul do need to be careful up there in Russia, he do need to be careful because there's some folk that's their main agenda. That's their biggest fear that somebody is gonna fuck with their women. They don't think about anybody else but black men. Because you know why? Because black men sperm is more stronger than any other fucking white guy. You will never hear a white guy having babies with different women. If they do, they wouldn't put it out because they're the ones control the goddamn image how they want to be seen. This whole racism stuff is fucking bullshit. But yet we know it. We buy into this. We beg these people to love us. It ain't gonna fucking happen. And we need to get that through on our heads and understand there's going to be people out there who don't like you, the fact of your color of your skin. I don't care if somebody don't like me. I live beyond my life because these people, they don't control me. They don't pay my bills. They don't none. And they ain't gods either. See, they making other white folks look bad. They need to start thinking about that and get their ass in trouble. And another thing, you got these so-called these black leaders that talk about they speaking on our behalf, but where the fuck would they were if they act like they cared about the black community? And I damn don't want to hear it. We all brothers and sisters. If we're brothers and sisters, we wouldn't act the way we are. We know different than these so-called whites. We know different from them. And I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna fuck with the wrong person. They're gonna put them in refugee camps, and I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that gonna happen. They're gonna get tired of putting black men in jail. They're gonna put them and say, "Come on, let's go, let's go." If you tough like that, we gonna see. I'm telling you, we're gonna mess with the wrong person. We need to think about that. And why it's gonna mess with the wrong person too? Because people are arrogant nowadays. They playing with fire, and somebody is gonna get burned. And I don't want to get flamed to the fire, because my hands are clean. It's just not worth it. When you get a certain age, you got to live life. Some people gonna choose to start a family. Some people gonna have fun, but be fun, responsible. So whatever he does, that's his thing. But he do need to be careful up there, over there, and because Hitler really fucked Europe up. Hitler really did. because of this racial philosopher mindset, but they're gonna find out Hitler was a nigger themselves. The same thing they niggas they always talk about. Fuck the neo-Nazis. They ain't shit. They got a fucking movie called The Neo-Nazi, a white guy messing with a black girl, and he was in a damn racist group. So that tells me right there. And they do business with black people in jail. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Because if they were racist, they would have reproduced in their own race. They have a difficult time to bring babies, just as much as black people have a hard time bringing babies, even for the damned abortion. That's what this white genocide is about, and that's what this black genocide is about. This whole feminist did a damn number, but thanks to men and women, because of that, now the kids are raised without no father, male present in the home. But they always expect it's just black men. It ain't just black men. It's other men with other races. But yet nobody wants to talk about it. That tell me right there, change can't overcome, but will come when the sun rises. So that brother, whatever he is, man, he do need to be careful. He do need to be careful what country he go, because I don't want to see nothing happen to him either. Because I watch his videos and I understand what that brother's come from. But he grown. He gonna do what he want, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. They do need to go. They do need to be careful about certain trips they go, especially going to Russia. Russia is one, and also any other racist country. But there's racism in the United States. They even said the United States is the number one racism. You want to know why? Because ever since Obama got in there, they like, oh my God, the blacks taking over. And they ain't never even been in the black community. So what the hell they talking about? But see, that tell you right there how some race of people been taught, and they're gonna buy it in that belief. But they don't say nothing about Fox News and CNN and all the rest of them. See, they want to see whites and blacks fighting, and they use them. And they turn around. They don't give a damn about black men, because if they did, they would say, hey, brother, we care about. No, they making money out of us. Somebody need to beat their ass behind, because they are using us. And we need to deal with them once and for all, because I'm telling you, these people, whoever they are, whoever we up against, they want us dead. If they don't want to see us dead, they want to see us locked up. They don't want to see us not having nothing, not having shit, because they think we're a product of example. Now, don't get me wrong. We can move in any society. We shouldn't have to be afraid to go anywhere. But you got to be careful nowadays, because there are people out there who will try to do something. And I'm going to tell you something, people allow it to happen because they sit up there and they want to pray to God and say, oh God, please, please. Then bad people are not going to listen. In other words, you got to take them out. They're not going to listen. They're not. Because you could try to reason with them, but they hate to see anybody being happy, because they're not happy with themselves. They're not. Why you think people commit crimes and doing the things they do? Because of that. And they can't put the blame on the system. Listen, the system did play a role, but they got to play as a role as a statesman and say, okay, I'm not going to let the system design me to set me to fail. I decided to set myself to see. There's going to be racism in this country. And they allow it to go on over there in Europe, and even now it's Africa. Look at Africa now; it's dying, and they talking about it's the mankind over there, and they say the same thing over there in Europe. They don't say nothing about that. Next thing you know, Asia. They said China is going to be a huge growth, big economy. I don't know. It's going to be bigger than United States. On top of that, they even said that China owned every goddamn thing in part of the United States. I don't know how true that is, but everything, not everything, but some of the things that made in China somewhere. If it ain't in Japan, if it ain't in Hong Kong or somewhere, people going to do what they want. So people, be safe, be aware, and understand. And brothers and sisters, we need to stop putting down each other and come together. Because I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. We need to come together as to bring each other as a whole, regardless what we are. If some brothers who are straight, gay, or whatever, and heterosexual like me, or anyone else, we need to come together and make peace with other people who down with us. If it ain't, that's fine. If we ain't down with them, that's the way it is. But we need to be careful, because there are people out there are watching. They're watching everything we do, everything we made, and everything we about. But we got to be careful also, because we're going to be the one of the races they're saying. This is why people are racist, because they feel like I gotta protect my race. Is killing it, because they lost their identity. I'm telling you, but yet that tell, because they feel like people can't relate to them, or they can't relate to other people. Some folks can't understand them, and they can't understand people. That's why there's so much races are just an illness issue. But I'm done talking about this. But my point is this: that if you want the best solution, we need to have a lot of commit to it, into communities, and have a lot of understanding. But the problem is a miscommunication, misunderstanding. First thing is going to be led of the led mistreatment, or misled of the untruthment. So that's all I got to say about that. God bless. God bless Jason. God bless Paul Senko. But Paul Senko do need to be careful up there anywhere, because I don't want to see this dude being hurt like that over there in Russia. But he a grown man. He knows what's going on. All right. Let him be. All right, all right. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Base. Chuck of the Deuces. How we do text, baby. Until next time. All right, all right. Peace, and I'm out.